In this video, I'm gonna explain for you how important it is to take daily action. So if you are wondering what does it mean to take daily action and what is the consequence of that in the future, this is the right video for you. It's not gonna be edited, it's not gonna be a lot of fun, but it's gonna be a bunch of wisdom. The inspiration of this video is literally that I was dropping a message for my young brother. He's 16-17 years old and I'm now 24, averaging, if you don't know and you don't watch maybe my YouTube channel, I'm literally now averaging 6-7k per month. And yeah, so I'm not a multi-millionaire yet. You don't need to listen to me, but this is a legit video, very honest video, no bullshit advice. I just want to show you the magic that happens with a year of just like putting the work in. And I started also to work very early, similar to my brother. I took life seriously on around 16. Started back then watching Eric Thomas and just like motivational videos to get my life together. And let's get to the topic, which is the daily action, right? Before a couple of weeks, I decided to start a new, let's call it challenge. It's not a real challenge, it's just like a rule of life. And this rule of life is the 5 non-negotiables that I must do every single day no matter what happens. These are 5 negotiable habits for life. 5 non-negotiable actions that I do on daily basis for life. And as I was also like going for a walk, which is one of these non-negotiables every single day, today I was dropping a message for my brother and explaining why I've done that and why it's very important to also put some non-negotiables into your life. So the 5 non-negotiables that I have are: first, 6,000 steps per day, no matter what happens. The second one is 30 messages to strangers, leads, prospects, every single day, or some kind of chat with leads and prospects on different stages. If it's warm, engaged, non-engaged, anything. Cold outreach, 30 pieces. The third thing is literally to write an article or / post. So I write something, right? Write something for my niche that improves the lives of the leads, of the prospects that I'm trying to help. The fourth thing is this video, and the fifth thing is I do like minimum 10 minutes of sports every single day. So you guess what happens? I usually do more than 30 messages and I do more than 10 minutes of sports because it's natural. But these are the minimum things, right? But then the interesting thing is, there are 2 interesting things, or one thing that I just want to mention, which is that if I don't do one of these non-negotiables, I'm just sleeping on the floor. I'm not sleeping in the bed with my wife and with my woman. I'm just like sleeping on the floor. And I'm literally doing it. Everyone knows it and everyone knows my rules. Like when I set rules, I do it. I became this person with time. So that's another wisdom that you can take with you. Don't promise a lot, and try when promising something to do it. Because with time you can count on that, and your words hold you accountable. So when you say that you are going to do something, you do it. And that's the power of being honest and being not promising a lot, so you can fulfill these promises. It's cold as fuck here, man. Yeah, so despite the ice, the 6k steps per day must happen. Also, despite any excuses, the 30 messages should happen. Despite anything in life or anything that might be happening, any excuse that some losers will come up with, in this moment I'll be killing it and I will do the push-ups. Because of what? Because I've said that these are non-negotiables and I need to take action on them, and if not, there is a big consequence, and the consequence is that I'm gonna sleep on the floor. But that's not the main interesting thing. The interesting thing is why I decided to do that. It's because of the years and years of experience in the game. Which game? The game of business / life. The game of business and life has taught me something. People need years. It's not about months. You need years to understand this. And I'm giving this to you in one single video. But you need to hear it. And that's what I've mentioned to my brother. He needs to hear it. Because if you hear it and you take it seriously, you will absolutely thank me and thank yourself that you have heard that after 2 or 3 years from now. It would be so nice and so great if I can just go back in the past and just tell myself this. Do the math, do the mathematics. What does it mean to do 30 messages per day? Let me just like do the math for you. 30 messages per day, meaning 300 messages per 10 days, meaning per 100 days it's 3,000. And per year it's 9,000, and if you do the math it will be about around 10,000 per year. 10,000, 11,000 per year. 11,000 messages, right? What does it mean? If your conversion rate, meaning like if the people that you write, after each 100 message you get one person that you sell him and he buys from you, let's assume whatever you are selling, it's like a service or a program for, I don't know, let's say for $100, which is not the case usually, but let's say that. That means 1%, that means 1 from 100, means 10 from 1,000, means 100 from 10,000. So from these 10,000, you got 100 people that are paying you. And if your program or service is 100 times 100, that's 10,000. You see the math? So if you write 10,000 people per year, which is just like 30 messages per day, you probably will end up easily, very easily with what? With literally 10,000 per year. What does it mean? That means if you just add a zero to the game, and you can do that probably if you focus, just like 6 months focus to know and work with a couple of people first, and then know how to deliver value for them. You can just like add 1 0 there. That's 100k per year. That's 10k per month, literally. And if you add another zero, if your program or service is $10,000 because it's B2C, for example, it's B2B, for example, you are selling companies and you are selling like giving so much value, which you can do with time because knowledge and the service and the experience that you have accumulates, then you will end up like with 1 million per year. That's the math. So just imagine that, just like by doing 30 messages per day and doing it for one whole year, magic happens. If you do it one more year, more magic happens, and you hit the 1 million per year, literally like in 4 years you can hit it easily. Yeah. And the thing is, on your way, if you think about it, we're just talking about 30 messages per day. On your way, you can have a virtual assistant. You pay her something very small. In the first year, after like a couple of months, whenever you get like your first cash, you can hire someone to do another 30 with you. Then you got 60 per day, which means you're reaching out for 60 people per day. That's 20k per year. That's 20k dollars also per year if you are just selling your program or service for $100. That's 200,000 per year if you are selling your program and service for $1,000 and you got like 200 clients. And that's what I mean. The same thing happens with steps, but let me just surprise you with the numbers a little bit. 6k steps per day. That's literally times 10. Let's assume every 1 meter, like every 2 steps are 1 meter. Let's assume that for the easy math. That means 6k times 10. Yeah, that's 60k. That's 60k. These are 30,000. Yeah, 30,000 in 10 days. 30,000 in 10 days times 3, like times 30, because we got like around 360 days in the year. So count that on it, on the top. Then we got, let me do the math. Now my brain is full of ice, literally. Let me do the math quickly. 9,000, let me just repeat. So 6k per day, that's 42 per week, and we got 52 weeks, right? So 32, 420, 210, and then we got 2 weeks on the top. 210 plus 210, 252, 292. So we got 292 steps per year. 292, let's say 300 divided by 2, that's 150, around 150 kilometers per year, just by doing how much? 6k steps per day. You see the magic of the numbers? So you are literally like doing you are going like probably like from North Germany till South Germany, just like by doing 6k per day, which takes literally 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And that's the magic of compound effect. That's the magic of doing these small things, the small habits per day, because they accumulate, and with time you see these big numbers. So be sure to have some non-negotiables, because these will change your life in the future. These will take you to a level that you have never imagined about. And yes, it is about these small actions per day. Take these small actions per day, whether it is 30 messages or 6k steps or 10 minutes of sports. Man, I had a client, he was just like doing 10 minutes sports per day, every single day, He has done it for 4 years, and if you look at his body, man, he's like a bodybuilder, just like by 10 minutes per day. But yeah, because it's 10 minutes, because it's just like 6 case steps, because it's just like 3 messages, for example, instead of 30, people tend to just skip it because it's small. But that's the magic. If you focus on the day, and to get things done every single day, you will look back after a year and you will see that, whoa, this, because I've done this one daily habit every single day for the whole year, look how my whole life has changed. Think about it. What's the difference between a fat person and a person who's fit? The fit one just like has done, like after gym, after the school, he decided just like to be this little bit with food and do some 10-minute sports, literally. And what's the difference between the rich person and the non-rich one? It's the same fucking thing. You have done these small things per day that the other person has skipped because they think it's small, it doesn't matter. So it matters, even if it's small. Take action now, take action today. And the actionable steps for you is figure out your 4 non-negotiables every single day. And start with something very small. Don't overwhelm yourself. Start with something very small, and you build up on it day by day. But start with something small. Yeah, don't say I want to do like 300 if you have never done 10 per day before. Just start with 1, start with 2, and from there you keep going, you scale it, and you reach a level where things are easier. Subscribe if you want more of these crazy videos, and see you.